started? First off, I want to welcome everybody here to this Clinicians On the Move forum. We are very lucky to be able to have at least, we have 4 of the caucuses here to address our issues. First, I'd like to give a great thanks to Dr. Kenner and Mr. Palmer, who were very instrumental in getting this set up for us and gave us permission to be here. They're letting us do it for free, which means, please guys, let's keep it clean and take the garbage out, you know, when we leave, because we want to be able to use this place again if we have to. We also want to thank Oswald, a student, who is actually, you know, here to help us with the audio and everything else. So give him I want to thank you for coming. We know how critical this election is for us clinicians. Rumors have been going right, as you all know, in our schools. The schools, principals got their budgets. There's already talk about teachers being cut in the schools already. Our budget hasn't come out yet. It's going to be coming, and we all are worried about our jobs. I mean, let's put it down there. It's right where it is. We all are worried about losing our jobs. And so that's why we decided to have this chance for you guys so you make, you know, decision about how you want to vote. There's been a lot of, like, a lot of people have come and asked me, you know, about the various, you know, candidates, and I said, I would prefer that you find out for yourself. You know, it's the only way to do it, is for you to find out for yourself. First off, let me introduce myself. I forgot to do that. I'm Susan Hickey. I'm a school social worker. I'm proud to be one. And I'm also a union delegate. I've been a union delegate for you for 6 years. It's been a long 6 years, particularly this year. This has been a very tough year. A lot more called on me to do things than before. I think because of the kind of climate we have gotten ourselves into with Mr. Huberman as our, and you think the fact that he has a social work degree, he would be a little bit more lenient on us, but there we go. Okay, fair enough. Just to let you do a little housekeeping, the bathrooms, the women's bathroom is over here, the door there. The men's bathroom is out over here. Please turn off your cell phones as well. It would be a good idea, because it's not good for, you know, it kind of throws people off if they have the cell phones on. I'm going to introduce the various members that are up here. And I'm going to do it alphabetically, sorry guys. Okay. Core, we have Karen Lewis, President, and Christine Maloney, who's Financial Secretary. Please excuse me if I screw up your name. Try to do the best I can. CSDU, Linda Porter, who's running for President, and Jose Jimenez, who's going to be running for Treasurer. Debbie Lynch is running for President for PACT. If you don't mind, I'm going to try very hard. Ted Haji Harris, President. And Pam Forrest, Financial Secretary. Yes, I'm sorry, see. I'm trying. UPC was invited to come. They declined. They did speak to Carol Hayes and did decline to come. We did have some conversation earlier this week, and they were offered to have a statement to be read here, and I was supposed to have gotten an email or some communication, and that didn't happen. I just want to be kind of fair about this. This is what we tried to do. We didn't try to put anybody out. We tried to make sure we had all the candidates up here so that we address the issue. One of the other things I want to let you know is that Charlie Whitcomb, who's out there, I never have, up there, and he's videotaping this, and we are hoping to get it on YouTube so that we can get the word out for the clinicians to see this. So let people know that we are going to make sure, you know, and I'll send an email out with a link, you know, for people so they can go onto YouTube and look at the debate as well. I want to introduce also Carol, who's going to talk to you a little about what Clinicians on the Move is. And here she is, Carol Hayes, who is kind of like my, partner in crime with Clinicians on the Move.
Hello, welcome everybody. Clinicians on the Move is, as the title says, of course, an organization that started quite recently of all clinicians. It grew out of a small group of social workers convened by Susan Hickey who were meeting to discuss their issues. And then Lori Bashir actually piped up, I know, and some other people as well, and said, well, let's expand to all clinicians. So let me take a minute here. I know we've got a lot of social workers. Raise your hand, social workers. Oh my goodness. Raise your hand, psychologists. All right. Do we have any speech here? Yay, speech. Do we have any OT here? Yay. Do we have any PT here? Oops, we haven't got the word out yet. Did I? Nurses. All right. Do we have vision in here? All right. Okay. Can I? So anyway, this is our welcome to you. As we all know, can you hear me? As we all know, this is a time of rare danger to our jobs and to the quality of public education in Chicago. Ever since Mayor Daley was given charge of the public schools, the schools have been like a puppet stage, and the puppeteer is the Commercial Club of Chicago, an organization of powerful corporations and its so-called civic committee. They are not only not educators, they pridefully assert that it is better to have businessmen at the helm of our schools. Here are their watchwords: privatization, deregulation, and union busting, because those work so well for the banks, right? Remember that before, and this is really important to know today, a lot of people got pink slip today at their schools. I've heard of like 10 schools where they know how many positions they're cutting, and a lot of them just came out today. But it's going to be really important for us to remember that before this current budget spasm in CPS, these wizards were plotting against our jobs. They will be there plotting after this budget spasm is resolved. Their plans are long-term. They've been at it for about 15 years already. So that is why we, as clinicians, have to fight like hell. We have to make allies among parents, principals, teachers, administration, and the CTU. We have to tell them what we do and how we do it. We provide immense value to children, parents, communities, and schools. We cannot let the value that we provide be stolen from CPS children. Brothers and sisters, we have to get energized and stay energized. We have to recruit fellow clinicians. We have to have media events in front of 125 South Clark. We have to hold potlucks to dialogue with younger or unconvinced clinicians. We need to get in their faces and stay in their faces. We have to recruit, dialogue, march, picket, lobby, and generally raise hell. Our silence will not save us. Our ambivalence will not save us. The time to act is now. Thank you for coming today. I know that you all know the time to act is now. Let's all go out and recruit our fellow clinicians and help them understand that as well. And before I sit down,